Okay, what is up, everyone? Hello and welcome. New game feel, new game excitement, right? I'm excited. I hope you are too. Today is Friday, November 18th, 2016. I am Darkside Phil, and welcome to my gameplay stream for today. Only one stream today, just to make it clear for everyone. Even though I am doing 2 gameplay sessions, today I'm only streaming one of them. And that session is indeed the premiere of Pokemon Moon. Today, both Pokemon Sun and Moon released in the United States of America. I opted for Moon. I don't really think there's going to be a major difference between the two of them, quite honestly. Besides, I know there's a time mechanic, and I know that there's the rare or legendary Pokemon or whatever are different. I don't really think it's going to matter. Typically, the legendary Pokemon don't really factor in too much anyway into the majority of a playthrough of a Pokemon game from what I've seen. So I'm excited for multiple reasons. The first reason I'm excited is because I was able to dust off my Nintendo 3DS for the first time in over a year. In fact, it's about if you actually count back, the last 3DS gameplay that I did, I believe, was Monster Hunter, and I believe that was in like March or April of 2015. So you're talking over a year and a half ago was the last time that I actually used my Nintendo 3DS for anything on YouTube. In fact, I hadn't even charged the thing. I hadn't even charged the thing in over a year. That's not even an exaggeration. So, yeah, I had to charge it. I had to do a ton of updates to it to get it to up in working condition. The good news is it works now. The good news is everything's going well. Okay, so I'm excited for the launch of a brand new 3DS playthrough. Number 2, this is the very first brand new Pokemon game that I'm covering for YouTube, and only the second Pokemon game that I've ever played on YouTube. If you remember, 2 years ago, I played Pokemon Omega Ruby. Now, that was a fun playthrough. I really enjoyed that one because it was the first Pokemon game I had ever done for YouTube, but that one was a rehash, a game that had already been out. And basically was redone for the Nintendo 3DS. So a lot of people who watched me play it, even though they enjoyed it, they were basically saying, you know, well, it's an older game. It didn't necessarily catch as much interest as a brand new game would, because it was a game that had already been out, you know. In this case, it's a brand new game. There's going to be stuff in this game that is brand new to all of us, right? It's not like, and now of course there's people who got it early or whatever, and there's always going to be people who get it early and spoil everything. But for most of us, we're all going to be, we probably all bought the game, we're going to be playing it around the same pace and enjoying it together, so that's a good thing. I'm excited. It's really cool in order to be able to see all the new Pokemon and everything in a game. There's going to be tons of new Pokemon in this game, so from what I'm to understand, a whole new generation, you know, in here, and that's going to be cool to react to what they look like, to name them, to start using them, see what abilities they gain as I level them up and I evolve them, and it's always awesome to see that versus, oh, I'm just playing with the old Pokemon again, you know, so I'm pretty excited. I really am excited for this. So I hope you are too, right? I hope you are. I think you would be if you're here live on the stream watching. I'm pretty sure that you're excited for it. The way I'm handling it is very simple. It starts today, and I'm going to be balancing this Pokemon Moon playthrough with other stuff, including my continuing Watch Dogs 2 playthrough, which incidentally, later tonight, the second half of today, I'll be playing Watch Dogs 2 for about another 2 hours or so. Okay? And that'll be fun, because I like that game a lot. I am enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to the continuation of that playthrough as well. So you'll see Pokemon Moon and Watch Dogs 2 balanced for the next several days. Excuse me. On Tuesday, the next episode of Batman the Telltale series releases. That's episode 4. And I will be playing that as well. Later in the week, next week, we've got things such as the return of Ask the King. I'll be putting up my Christmas tree. So there'll be some different kind of stuff. And I won't be live streaming too much for, definitely for next week. Next week is going to be a week very light on live streaming. Simply because of the holiday stuff going on. You know, there's Black Friday, and I'm going to have to give Leanna a ride to and from her job, so that way she doesn't have to drive through this crazy-ass traffic and worry about, you know, trying to get there on time and finding, you know, parking space and stuff like that. there's a lot of stuff that's going to be changing. I won't be live streaming everything. The way I'm going to handle Pokemon Moon is very simple. Today I'm going to stream it for the premiere, and we're going to see how many people show up. And if a lot of people show up, then maybe tomorrow I'll stream it again, okay? And then we'll take a look again. And the bottom line is I'll keep streaming it as long as we're getting pretty good stream attendance. Now, if I stream it 2 to 3 times and all of a sudden stream attendance dips, well, that's going to be it then. I'll play it offline, and, I'll continue the playthrough that way, just like I used to, before I ever live streamed on YouTube. The bottom line is I'm not going to be doing interaction with the stream chat or anything like that. I'm not going to be looking for the stream chat to tell me how to play the game or anything like that. It's going to be a normal playthrough without a lot of that kind of interaction. So that being said, it's not necessarily a playthrough that needs a lot of live streaming to begin with. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm going to handle it. We'll see how it goes. And, we'll go from there. And, alrighty. So, there we go. There you have it. Right now, Pokemon Moon. Later tonight, more Watch Dogs 2. Tomorrow, more Pokemon Moon. Balanced with probably more Watch Dogs 2 again. And we'll play it by ear, and we'll see how it goes for the next several days. Alright? If you want the absolute skinny on what is going to happen every day, you're going to want to follow me on Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP. Because every night I'll be posting up a schedule to let you know whether or not I'll be live streaming the next day. Now, don't worry, if I'm not live streaming the next day, you'll still get your slew of videos and the playthroughs will continue, but you'll just have to watch them on demand on DSPGaming. Alright? Fair enough? Alrighty then. That's it. I'm not going to go super long. I'm just going to do a couple quick plugs. We're going to start. Because I'm excited. I want to try Pokemon Moon. I want to see what is up with this new Pokemon game, alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you for being here live on the stream. Thank you for supporting me in my business. Thank you for watching my content. I'm glad that you enjoy it. There are many ways that you can help support, this business to continue and be successful besides just watching the videos. First, it would be the Loot Crate subscriptions, which I have a referral link, which is lootcrate.com/darksidephil, and a discount code SAVEME10DSP. That's SAVEME10DSP. If you use that link to go to lootcrate.com and then you purchase any new subscription to any of their services, they've got a regular Loot Crate that's more pop culture oriented. They've got a new Marvel goods and gear crate. They've got a Halo crate. They've got a WWE Slam crate. They've got a gaming crate. They've got an anime crate. They've got a ton of different stuff, okay? If you use the discount code SAVEME10DSP at checkout, you'll save 10% on any subscription, and I get a little bit of referral credit for that. So please, ladies and gentlemen, consider doing that. Alright? In addition, I already mentioned my Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP. You're going to want to follow me there to know what is going on with me on a daily basis, especially now that I will not be live streaming every day. You're going to need to be in the know, and that's how you're going to know it. Alright? KO Gaming, where you can get all of my edited style content, including high quality game reviews, montages, countdowns, and coming up shortly, my year-end review of everything, including the Game of the Year awards, the worst games of the year, the funniest moments of the year, and all of that good stuff that people have come to expect from me annually at the end of the year is all coming up on KO Gaming, so you're going to want to get over there and subscribe beforehand, so that way you get all that tasty stuff in your inboxes, right? Okay, coming up shortly, by the way, should be reviews of games such as Watch Dogs 2 and Pokemon and all of that. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil, as you know. Patreon is a critical part of my business. It allows me to do this full time. Without Patreon, I would not be able to pay my bills. It's that simple. I want to say thank you to everyone who has pledged recently. First of all, in the month of October, everyone now has had their perks processed, so you should be able to post up your questions for Ask the King, and you should be able to nominate indie games. This is very important because the indie game nominations are going to end early next week, so that we have about a week for everyone to vote, alright? So you only have a couple days left. If you were a patron of mine in October and you need to nominate indie games for me to play in the upcoming marathon, you need to do so within the next couple of days because it will be closed soon, alright? In addition, this month, everyone is pledging towards a fun multiplayer event. I want to say thank you to those who have pledged recently, because I did actually just receive a few new pledgees. And a couple people who hadn't been pledging actually have renewed their pledges, which is awesome. They used to pledge in the past, maybe they stopped. They started again, so thank you for that. The multiplayer event will run in late December, right after Christmas, and then early January. It's going to be an opportunity for you to play multiplayer games with me via voice chat and set up sessions so that everyone knows exactly, when they can show up, and it'll be an organized thing without any kind of people competing for spots. There'll be no trolling or anything. It's going to be a lot of fun. The last time I did this event, it went down without a hitch, and people absolutely loved it and asked me to do it again, which is why I'm doing it again for the Patreon goal this month. So please consider pledging $5 or more by the end of this month if you have not, because that will allow you to participate in this event. All right? Okay. There you have it. And last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna has her own business, The Black Currant, where she sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. She recently just created a bunch of new soaps in order to stock up for this holiday rush, which is coming up shortly. I'm sure people will be looking for gifts for their family and their loved ones, their friends, their relatives, their significant others. It's a great thing, either a nice, very high-quality, handcrafted, scented soap, or a wax tart melt that you can melt and make your house smell great. Some pretty great stuff, okay? Last but not least, everyone, what I want to throw out there, all right? What I want to throw out there for everyone, just so you know, is that the end of the year is approaching, and as I already mentioned, there's going to be the funniest moments of the year countdown, which is determined by you, the viewers. So if you're watching this playthrough, right, and you're enjoying it, and there's some funny stuff going on, and you want to nominate it for the funniest moments, please go to the kingofhate.com forums. There's already a thread there in the general section that people have been posting in all year. It's been stickied and, it's featured, where you can nominate the funniest moments and things that you find from my playthroughs. All right? And that's essential because the whole point of this is that it's the funniest moments that the fan finds funny. I might find something funny that no one else does. You know what I mean? So for me to go through the hundreds of hours or thousands of hours of game playthroughs that I've done this year and pick my moments, it would be okay, but doing moments that you think are funny is even better. So please consider nominating. If you haven't done any this year, you might want to remember, gee, what was those funny things that happened? And go nominate. Because it's very important that I have these, because shortly, in fact, early December, I'm going to be taking those nominations and forming polls about what people thought were the funniest moments of the year. People are going to be voting. You're going to be able to vote. Okay? So, please head over, check it out, and get that going. All right? All right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you being here, and let's get started with Pokemon Moon. Here we go.